Okay, guys, so this is a short video to kind of go over your syllabus. I am not going to go over all of it, but I do want to point out a couple important key concepts that I do want you guys to focus on. So the first thing you need to do is obviously log into your Blackboard. And if you look, this is your student view. So this is what Blackboard looks like from your end. If you go to the left-hand panel and you go to your syllabus tab, is where you will find your interactive syllabus. So I will explain to you why it's called an interactive syllabus and why I do my syllabus a little bit different. So the first thing I want to make sure you guys do is at the top hand corner, you have your options of sharing, settings, and to expand. So you want to go ahead and expand your syllabus so that it looks like this. And this is exactly kind of what it looks like. So it tells you so much information that I do want you guys to take the time to actually read through it and pay attention to all the little details, okay? You will have a syllabus quiz over it. It's more of a verbal oral exam quiz that I will talk about it with you. So it is important for you guys to be able to spend some time going through the syllabus. The most important thing you want to look at is make sure that you are registered for the right section. It is spring 2019. Here is your CRN number, the 19SP6833. My name again, Eliana Lemans. My office is located at the Signal Peak campus, which is in S117. Is the new science building. The other thing you want to take a close look at is my office hours. So I have 2 sets of hours where you guys can come in and get help to see me face to face or to schedule a Collaborate Ultra appointment. So when you get a chance, please go into the Start Here tab on Blackboard, and there is a specific video that talks to you about Collaborate Ultra. So in the meantime, if you notice, my office hours are Monday through Thursday. So every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I am available in my office, S117, from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. So it doesn't matter. You just show up from 9 to 10. You don't have to make an appointment with me. You just show up to office hours. That's exactly what office hours are. I embed them into my schedule so that I'm only available for you guys if you ever need me. Now, if you are not able to make it to my office hours Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m., I also offer on Thursdays office hours at 2 p.m. It's from 2 to 3 p.m. So again, you can stop by as well. You don't need to make an appointment. If those hours don't work for you for face-to-face, please, if you would like to meet with me online through our Collaborate Ultra, which by the way is very easy to do, you can just send me an email or call me or send me a text. I will explain about what do I mean by that here in a second, letting me know that you would like to meet during office hours, what time, and that you want to do it online. That way I can block myself off and I can connect with you during office hours. But office hours will always be available for you guys no matter what, unless I send out an email letting you guys know, heads up, I'm not able to do office hours, okay? That is my email address. The best way to reach me, this is going to be the process. The quickest way to reach me is via text, and I'll explain to you how to do that. The second choice would be to email me, and the third choice would be to call me on my office number, or just stop by to my office during office hours. Okay, so definitely take a look at all of these instructions. Now, you don't need to purchase a book for this class, but you do need a My Labs Plus code. Now, in Blackboard, there is there's a PowerPoint that kind of helps you walk you through how to set up My Labs Plus. And there's also another video after this one where I go into a little bit more detail on how to log into your My Labs Plus. So bear with me. And please be sure that you read through this with much detail so you understand how to log into it. One of the things I want to point out about our interactive syllabus is that anytime you see anything underlined or bolded like this, more than likely is going to take you to a link, a website, or is going to give you a handout that you need to have. Now, that is one of the reasons why I do an interactive syllabus, is so that you can avoid having all these different papers, and you will always have access to then going back to our interactive syllabus, okay? So for example, here's the link to get to my Labs Plus. You just click on it, and that is where it will take you directly to it. Take a look at our grading scale. We will talk about that here in a second. Now, since we are an online class, again, you can see here that we have two different things that are highlighted for you. All of our exams, and disregard this summer session, sorry about that, but all of our exams are going to be, they have to be proctored. So that means that you have two options to take your tests. You can either go and take them at an approved testing center. And if you click here, it's going to give you a link to our learning centers, which is where you would take your tests. You do need to schedule an appointment, and you have to have it done by the date your test closes. So I will show you that when we talk about our assignment due dates. If you miss a test, you can make it up, so you will get a 0. So it's very important that you plan ahead. I usually give you a week long when the test opens to when it closes, so that you guys can accommodate you guys making an appointment. It's very important that you guys make an appointment, because if you just show up and they don't have any room for you in the testing center, I am not going to extend your test, which is why I give you so much time for you guys to schedule it. Okay. Now, you do need to bring a pencil and a calculator, since you are allowed a calculator. And if you look back on your syllabus here at the beginning of the requirement materials, I do list which calculators you are allowed to use and you're not allowed to use during tests. So please take a look at that. You will bring a pencil and your calculator. The testing centers will provide scratch paper for you, and they will also provide you with the formula sheet. Strongly suggest that when you start the class, you actually, again, this is another link. If you click on it, it's going to take you to our formula sheet, to print it out and have it handy with you, because this is the only thing that you are allowed during tests, is this approved formula sheet. You do need to make sure that you number your work and have your name on it. So for your scratch paper, I go back and look at all of your work and try to give you partial credit if I see that you accidentally typed in 1.5 instead of 15, but on your scratch paper, you actually did write 15. You just accidentally typed in a period instead when you were typing in the answer. But I'm only going to give you partial credit if you actually number your problems. I'm not going to go through your scratch paper, and if I don't see any numbers and I don't know where to look at for your scratch paper. So please be sure that you do that. Now, before every test, I do have a prerequisite requirement. What that means is that if you do not complete this, your test won't open on test day. And if you don't schedule it with enough time and you miss your deadline for the test, I'm not going to reopen up the test for you. That's why it's very important that you guys go through this syllabus, and that if you have any questions about it, that you ask me. So every test that we have, you will have a homework assignment that is called chapter review homework, and that will be your prerequisite in order for your test to open. So for example, your first test is going to be over chapter 7. So your homework review labeled review test 1, chapter 7, that is your prerequisite assignment in order for your test number 1 to open up. Okay. I strongly suggest that if you guys do fail a test, that you please schedule a time to meet with me face-to-face or even online through Collaborate Ultra in order for us to go over that, because these concepts in the material are going to show up again. So if you do fail a test, I would really like to sit down with you and go over and see what the misconceptions or the problems that you had, so that when you revisit those concepts later on, you're a lot comfortable with them, and we were able to actually go over them. So strongly suggest that you do that. So your other option that you can do as well is you have the option to take your tests remotely, and they are proctored by a service called Examity. Now, this is completely separate from the testing center. You will actually test at the comfort of your own home. Examity is apart from us at CAC, so there is a fee associated with the service. So if you do want to go ahead and do Examity, please take a look and read this section down here where it says click here for step-by-step instructions on how to set up this service. If you click on it, it will download a Word document that kind of walks you through what you need to do, who you call, and how much you would have to pay if you would like to do the Examity. And Examity, I suggest you do it if you don't live near any of our campuses, or you don't have enough time between work or everyday life to actually make it into one of the learning centers. And you don't have to sign up for every single test to do Examity. You can do it kind of on the basis of depending which test you feel like you are able to do it. I know that a lot of students like Examity because they're able to test late at night. So as long as you get in your test by a specific date, when the due dates are, you can schedule a test at 9 o'clock at night. Unfortunately, none of our learning centers are open that late, so that's why students use Examity. But again, it's up to you. You don't have to use that service. The testing centers are completely free at our learning centers. Take a look at homework. I talk about my late policy quizzes. You do get 3 tries per quiz as long as your third try is in before the due date of it's due by the due date of the quiz. And if you do, for whatever reason, miss a quiz, since it is worth 15% of your grade, I do allow you guys to make it up. So take a look at the 3 different options you're able to do in order to make up the quiz. Now, one of the things I do want to bring up is your very first quiz for the class is called your syllabus quiz, okay? So what you need to do is you need to connect with me either via Collaborate Ultra online, or you need to come see me face-to-face during my office hours. Or you can even go into my Learning Center hours, and I will explain to you guys a little bit more about that here in a second. But due to timing, and I know we only have a week during the first week where you do have to meet with me, you might also be meeting not just with me online, but with other students online as well. So if you guys want to meet during office hours, please be sure that you send me an email letting me know when it's going to be a good time for you guys to meet with me. Once a week, you will have a discussion post that you will need to reply to. These are due the last day of the week on Sunday by midnight. Some posts will be in terms of a question. Sometimes you have to read something, watch a video, and you do have to answer the post with your own original thoughts in an appropriate and respectful manner. We got to be cautious of that. Now, on top of replying to the discussion post, you also have to reply to 3 of your fellow classmates' posts. Each post is worth 15 points, and I don't accept late posts after the due date, so please be sure that you stay on top of your discussion posts. If you notice, the word rubric here is underlined, so this is where I attach the rubric on how your discussion posts will be graded. And discussion posts will be housed under discussion posts on your My Labs Plus, so they're not on Blackboard, okay? Here are some additional resources for you guys. Definitely take a look at this. Your study groups, this is very important. And I know I kind of touched base a little bit in the first video, but I'm actually going to be available in the Learning Center here at Signal Peak campus every Monday and Wednesday from 3 to 5 p.m. and Tuesdays from 1 to 3 p.m. if you need me to facilitate any study groups, if you want to come in to see me. These are also good times for you guys to stop in and get your syllabus quiz out of the way, which is meeting with me. If you can't physically make it to any of our campuses, in order to, if you can physically make it to our Signal Peak campus to see me face to face, please be sure to let me know so that you can make an appointment with me through online so that we can meet and get your syllabus quiz score out of the way. There's a couple other links here that are highlighted for you guys. Take a look at my attendance and withdrawal policy. This is how I take attendance for our online class. I do take attendance. If you wish to withdraw from the class, we do have a withdrawal form that needs to be completed by March 21st. So please be sure that you notate that on your calendar. Take a look at our students with disabilities. A lot of things are highlighted. So if you are a student who needs accessibility services, please be sure to follow with Cheryl. She is the one in charge of it, and she'll be able to assist you with anything that you might need with regards to that. Here's more about the Learning Center. Again, more information, click here, kind of like I stated in the first video. So it will tell you all of the Learning Centers, their contact numbers, their hours of operation, and where they're located. Here are our assignment and due dates. Now you are more than welcome to pull it up, print it, and I'll show you where you can print it. So these are the things I want to make sure you guys understand how to read your assignment due date calendars. So if you notice, from January 14th to January 20th, so the 20th is on a Sunday, the week will always end on the Sunday, and that is when all of the assignments, all of your weekly assignments are due. So if you notice during the first week, you have your syllabus quiz, 7.1 to 7.2 homework, and your discussion post, all due by Sunday. So strongly suggest that you're always planning at least a week ahead so that you're always aware of what's coming up, because you need to plan it out during that week to be able to get the quiz, the homework, and the discussion posts all done before they're all due on Sunday. You do not want to wait to the last minute to get everything done, because then you will overwhelm yourself. The first week, again, the syllabus quiz is just meeting with me, trying to find some time. But the homework assignment, you will have to look at the videos, look at the PowerPoints, and then be able to get the homework done. So every week it varies. Your discussion posts, again, they are due as well. So there you have to answer that discussion post. Here is where I let you know about your tests. So your very first test opens up on January 31st. Now, your review test number 1, chapter 7 homework assignment is due before you're able to take that test. So your test opens on January 31st, and as you can see from your calendar, it closes on February 9th. So you have from January 31st all the way up to February 9th to schedule your test, either through a Learning Center, Testing Center, or through Examity if you decide to go that route. But you have to have that test in by February 9th. So it's very important that you guys, with your time management and scheduling everything, that you understand how important it is. I do not extend test due dates. It's your responsibility to stay on top of your assignments. So please be sure that you are taking a closer look at all of these weekly assignments in your calendar. And if for whatever reason at any time you have any questions about them, please reach out to me so that we can get those situated. So here is how you can reach me via text. It's called the Remind app. Now, you don't need to download the app. All you have to do is text the number 81010 on your cell phone, and you're going to text at 086 online. So just like it shows on this picture, that is what you text to that number, and it's going to get you registered into my Remind app. Now, when you get a text back letting you know that you are successfully enrolled in my Math 086 class online, please be sure that you save that number on your contacts, because that is the number that you are going to be able to text me on. So you can either save that number under Miss Lehman's, under Math 086 online math class, however you want to save it under, but you do want to save the number, that's going to be the fastest way for you guys to reach me. It's very convenient because if for some reason our internet goes down at the school, or I'm, at home and you have a quick question, you can just send me a text and I'll be able to reply as quickly as I can. Now, just all I ask is that you give me at least 24 hours to reply. I try to reply within 24 hours. If I have my phone with me, I will try to get it reply as soon as I can. If for some reason you don't have a mobile phone, please go to this link on a desktop computer and you can sign up for email notifications as well. And if you're having trouble with the 81010, try texting this phone number and it will go through. I know that some iPhones don't allow the 81010. So this is the texting number you would text. I know there's a lot of information on here, so please be sure to read it. Contact me if you have any questions. If you would prefer a printable Word document on this of the syllabus, please click here and it will give you a Word document that you can print out and have with your class notes and your class folder, whatever it is that you're going to use to keep stuff for this class available. Please be sure to do that.